family. So now we are in our third part of our video tutorial. So this is financial coaching number 3. And today we will be discussing about building a strong financial foundation. Basically, this will be about proper protection. This training is very important, no? Para malaman natin or maintindihan natin ano ba ang pundasyon ng isang strong na financial foundation. Paano mo ba i-build ang wealth mo na kapag inumpisahan mo siyang i-build, hindi ka laging bumabalik sa zero anytime na meron kang na-face or hinaharap na financial struggle or emergency. So napakaganda po ng training na ito because this will tackle more specifically and more detailed about the solid financial foundation. Yan po ang tinuturo natin sa IMG. It's not just about investment, it's not just about saving money, but really for you to have a solid financial foundation. So I've learned about this concept year 2012, and from that year until now, yan po ang aming sinusunod, and that is the reason why slowly we were able to achieve financial freedom. So umpisahan na po natin yung training natin. So again, I'm realyn.manalili, and together with my husband, Andrew Fabillar Jr., we conduct trainings and do videos like this para na sa ganun we can reach out to more IMG members na kahit hindi man namin sila kasama physically, hindi man namin kayo kasama physically, tuloy-tuloy po ang pag-aaral natin about how to fix our finances and manage our finances properly. So we are both CEO Marketing Director of International Marketing Group. Kami po ay parehong licensed associate financial planner. So we've been part of the company for 7 years, almost 8 years now. And because of IMG, became an entrepreneur and become an investor. So kung kaya namin, kaya din po ninyo. Ano ba ang matututunan natin sa financial coaching na ito? So una nating matututunan is how to have a strong protection plan. Habang binibuild natin yung ating wealth, paano natin poproteksyonan yung ating sarili and the people that we love, our family. And then, the relationship between building wealth and fulfilling your responsibility. So, habang binibuild mo yung wealth mo, dapat i-fulfill natin yung responsibility natin even if nasa process pa lang tayo ng pag-build or pag-i-invest. So, the question, do I need life insurance? Isa to sa mga tanong ko, no? Because I started early in this industry. I was 26 when IMG was introduced to me. And at the time, I was still single, walang responsibility, at least I thought. So the major question sa akin is, kailangan ko ba ng life insurance? But because of the concept and the trainings of IMG, I learned na the biggest responsibility kahit single ka is yourself. So yes, the answer is yes, I needed life insurance. But in this training, malalaman natin or mas maintindihan natin, kailangan nyo ba ng life insurance? If so, how much should I have? So, hindi pala enough na alam natin na kailangan natin ng life insurance, no? Dapat alam natin specifically magkano yung enough na life insurance or coverage para sa atin. Different type of life insurance, may iba-iba palang klase yan. So, di-discuss din natin yan today. And how to choose the most suitable insurance product for your family. Okay, let's proceed. Diretso na tayo. So, building a strong financial foundation, ano ba yung mga challenges natin? Building wealth takes time. Hindi siya nagagawa overnight. Ang real wealth will take years para ma-achieve natin. If we have financial goals, talagang medyo bibilang tayo ng panahon bago natin ma-reach yan. So along the way, we will face challenges. So what are those challenges? So when we face the challenges, we need to be able to protect our family from what? Your life, your health, and stability. Ano ibig sabihin? Halimbawa, tayong breadwinner ng family, no? We are still in the process of building wealth in the event na bigla tayong mawala. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng first, your life. Bigla tayong mawala, protected ba yung family natin? Second, health. Hindi namatay si breadwinner pero nagkasakit. Protected ba yung family? So, kailangan din natin protektahan yung family natin dyan. And then, disability. Hindi namatay, nagkasakit, became disabled, hindi na makabalik sa regular activity. So, affected yung pag-generate niya ng income. So, if that happens, protected ba yung family natin? So, to reduce your liabilities and get out of debt sooner, dealing with constant changes in your job, career, or business, I know, nakarelate ka ba dyan? Do you think or have you been experiencing constant changes and challenges sa trabaho mo ngayon, sa career mo, whatever source of income that you have. And then living a long life without adequate income. As you know, ngayon kaya natin kumita ng pera kasi bata pa tayo, we're strong enough. But a day will come na physically hindi na natin kaya. And if that happens, most of the company kung saan tayo nagtatrabaho, most, if not all, ay talagang mapapalitan tayo ng younger generation. So are we ready for that situation? Or ready na ba tayo? Or nag-umpisa na ba tayo mag-ready para sa mga panahon na yun? So yun yung mga didiscuss natin today. This is just a review. Pero, sabi nga, there's power or there's retention in repetition. So gusto natin maalala natin fully at maintindihan natin fully ano ba yung gusto nating ma-achieve with our membership in IMG, di ba? So, basically, what we want to achieve here is for you to have a strong financial foundation, di ba? Para wala tayong iniisip about finances, we are financially secured. So, it's very easy. Kung nakita natin, the first 2 steps is proper protection. You should provide yourself with healthcare fund, life insurance coverage, you eliminate debt, emergency fund, create an emergency fund, and then invest. This is the real foundation in building wealth. Okay? So like building a house, you must build it from the ground going up. That's the proper way of doing it. Ito po yung tamang steps sa pag-build ng wealth. Protect yourself first, tanggalin yung utang, create an emergency fund, and then start investing long term. Okay, so without a strong foundation, everything you have may not last. Halimbawa, you have an investment, bigla ka nagkasakit, so wala kang healthcare fund, you pull out your investment. Yun yung ibig sabihin. Okay, balikan natin, di ba? X-curve concept, the law of decreasing responsibility and the law of building wealth. Habang bata tayo, mataas yung responsibility, so ang gusto natin, dahil wala pa tayong ipon, gusto natin, pagtanda natin, ang mataas, hindi responsibility, but our wealth line. But on our way to achieving that, may 2 uncertainties in life. Meron 2 pwedeng mangyari. Una, the first question is, what if you die too soon? So the answer or the solution is life insurance. The second question is, what if you live too long? So the solution would be investment and long-term healthcare. So many people spend a lot of time and energy trying to find the best investments, ignoring the other important issues in their financial life. One very common dyan is, kapag investment ang pinag-uusapan, talagang very energetic, talagang gustong-gustong pag-usapan, no? Pero hindi tinitingnan yung other aspects of building wealth simply because of lack of financial education. So that's why we have trainings like this para makita natin na hindi lang investment. Yes, investment is important, but there are other things that you need to consider first before starting your investments. So they spend so many hours studying how to become the next Peter Lynch or Warren Buffett, but they don't have money to invest. Diba? Kaya nga we have, the first part of this training is, of this series of trainings is, yung video number 1 natin is, how to increase your cash flow. Because without cash flow, paano mo i-build yung solid financial foundation mo? Yun yung raw material mo in building a solid financial foundation. So they spend so many hours looking for hot stock and high yield investments while carrying huge loan balance at more than 30% interest. No life insurance, no healthcare, or no emergency fund. So it doesn't make sense. At one look at this, for someone who really knows how to properly manage their finances, kung meron kang investment pero mataas din yung utang mo, malaki din yung utang mo with high interest, wala ka insurance coverage, wala kang healthcare, and without emergency fund, alam mo na agad mali yung discarding mo sa pera. So without investment to reach our financial goals, we need to protect our investment with first, healthcare, insurance, or emergency fund. Bakit? To protect your investment in case you get sick, in case of property damage, and in case of emergencies. Diba? Second, eliminate debt. Debt interest higher than investment will make your investment useless. Life insurance, in case something will happen to you, and then you have to increase your cash flow to have enough investment. So we need to build a solid financial foundation for peace of mind. Sino may ayaw ng peace of mind? Ikaw, ayaw mo ba ng peace of mind? This is the reason most of us join IMG because we want or we are dreaming and one of our goals is to have a financial peace of mind. Diba? So a house can withstand strong earthquake or storm depending on the strength of its foundation. Is this true? Titira ka ba sa isang bahay na hindi, alam mo na hindi strong ang pundasyon? Siyempre hindi. Kung magpapatayo ka ng bahay, you want to make sure Kung halimbawa yung bahay mo ay 3-story house, di ba? Hanggang 3rd floor. Kasi siguraduhin mo na yung pundasyon ng bahay na yun ay strong kasi mataas yung bahay na itatayo mo. So, ganun din in terms of our finances. Kung gusto mo ng malaking investment, kung gusto mo ng mataas na savings and investment, you want to make sure that the foundation of that investment is also strong. So, if you follow the structural building code, your house is expected to withstand strong earthquake or storm. This will give you peace of mind. If you build a solid financial foundation, you know our financial house can endure the biggest financial tremor or storm or yung mga emergency. So this will give you also peace of mind. Okay. This is one of the example na usually ginagamit namin to show kung bakit importante ang strong financial foundation. Alam niyo ba yung story ng Chinese bamboo tree? Ang Chinese bamboo tree, hindi siya tumataas or lumalaki agad-agad. Pero kung titignan mo siya nang matured na siya, ang taas niya, di ba? But you know what? Ganito yung story niya. At the beginning, kapag nagtanim ka ng Chinese bamboo tree, walang sign niya ng growth whatsoever for the next 5 years. Can you imagine? How would you feel kung nagtanim ka ng isang halaman and then for the next 5 years, feeling mo wala kang nakikitang growth? Parang medyo makapanghina, right? But that's the story of Chinese bamboo tree. So, no sign of hope for the next 5 years. But, after 5 years, it breaks the ground. Merong lalabas na konting halaman. Diba? So, parang, 5 years na yung lumipas, ito lang ba? But you know what happens next? Ganito siya. In 6 weeks time, after 5 years, after lumabas nung konting halaman na yun, after 5 years, after that, in 6 weeks time, alam niyo kung gaano kataas yung tinataas ng Chinese bamboo tree. It will grow to more than 90 feet. Ganun kataas at ganun kabilis. So, can you imagine if hindi inabot ng 5 years yung preparation? You know what happens dun sa 5 years na walang nakikitang growth outside? Actually, merong growth, pero hindi dun sa surface ng ground, sa ilalim. Pinapastrong pa nung Chinese bamboo tree yung roots niya, diba? So, ang growth is downwards. Why? Para kaya niyang i-withstand yung ganun kabilis at ganun kataas na growth after 5 years. But can you imagine kung itong 90 feet na Chinese bamboo tree ay hindi strong ang root niya sa ground? Sa tingin nyo, pag hinangin siya, kakayanin niya? Hindi, di ba? So, yun yung story ng Chinese bamboo tree na lagi nating nire-relate sa pag-build ng wealth. At the beginning, akala mo walang growth, but after 5 years of continuously building a solid foundation, mas mabilis yung growth ng investment natin. Bakit? Kasi kung wala kang utang, walang kumakain ng interest ng investment mo. Di ba? Kung mayroon kang enough healthcare fund, magkasakit ka man, hindi mo nagagalaw yung investment mo. So, dire-diretso yung paglaki niya. Diba? So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng building a solid financial foundation. It's like building a strong root para pagdating ng tamang time, dire-diretso yung pagtaas ng investment natin and yung paglago or yung growth ng ating wealth. Okay. So, life insurance and healthcare. Ito basically yung protection na sinasabi natin. No? So, the most important products people need to own. Why? Unang-una, dun muna tayo sa healthcare. Wala po akong kilalang tao na hindi nagkasakit. At wala po akong taong kilalang nagkasakit na ginusto nilang magkasakit or na-predict nila na magkakasakit sila. Diba? So basically, lahat tayo kailangan to. Life insurance. Do you know any person alive that will not face death? Lahat tayo, dyan ang papunta. So, life insurance is actually a smart move to provide for your family. So, yun yung ibig sabihin, bakit most important financial product every person needs to own because this is for sure kakailanganin natin sa tamang panahon. So people don't realize this until they need it. Yun yung problema. Kailangan natin, lahat tayo kailangan yan, pero hindi lahat ng tao nare-realize na kailangan yan. Diba? So you cannot buy insurance when you need them. Totoo ba yan? Let's say life insurance. Hindi mo naman siguro pwedeng sabihin na, halimbawa, no, na sagasaan, say for example, we cannot say na, hindi pa ako pwedeng mamatay kasi hindi ko pa napirmahan yung life insurance coverage ko, hindi ko pa nasubmit. Hindi pwede, di ba? Lalo-lalo hindi tayo pwede mag-submit ng life insurance policy for someone who is already dead. So basically, this is something that we provide to ourselves during the time na hindi pa natin siya kailangan. Same with health insurance. No, there's a very, very slim chance, and to be honest, hindi sigurado na ma-approve kung mag-a-apply ka ng health insurance coverage by the time na may sakit ka na. Diba? So, you cannot buy insurance, you can buy insurance only while you don't need them. So, let's say, health insurance, pinaka-mainam mo siyang bilhin, or the best time for you to start putting funds to your healthcare fund is during the time na healthy ka pa. Unang-una, mabilis ma-approve yung policy. Mababa pa yung kailangan bayaran because you're healthy. Meron pong additional na tumataas po yung kailangan bayaran kapag nag-existing ka ng sakit, pag meron ka ng may edad rather. So, this is true. You can buy insurance only while you don't, habang hindi mo pa siya kailangan. So most people are focused on building wealth without life insurance. Their family may not survive even for a year if something will happen to them. So to have peace of mind, provide proper protection for yourself. That is healthcare. That is for you. That is your proper protection in case magkasakit ka. For your family, protect your family with your life insurance coverage, and while you are building wealth or while you are investing in probably mutual funds or stock market. Okay, so protect first your family's most important asset. Ikaw yon. Lalo na kung ikaw ang income earning sa family ninyo, your most important or your family's most important asset is ikaw. So, between a house and you, ikaw yung mas kailangan ng protection. Between a car and you, ikaw yung mas may kailangan ng pinakamalaking protection. So, long-term and short-term healthcare, and provide also healthcare for your family. So, hindi lang ikaw. Bakit? Without healthcare, with one major illness, you may lose all your investments. And your capacity to make money may greatly reduce. Bakit daw even your family member kailangan ng health insurance rather? Kung ikaw ang breadwinner, ikaw lang kumikita ng pera, kahit hindi ikaw yung magkasakit, kailangan mo ipagamot yung family member mo, right? So affected pa rin yung finances nyo. So meron kang healthcare coverage, dapat family mo rin, every member of your family ay merong enough healthcare coverage. Is this true? If you get sick, you cannot make money. Hindi ba affected? Yan yung mga time na nasisick leave tayo. Although there are times, kahit may sakit ka, kailangan magtrabaho. But, right, especially if you're an entrepreneur, it affects your earnings. Yan yung mga time na gusto mo magpahinga. So, if you're sick, medyo hirap ka talagang kumita ng pera. So, if you're sick without healthcare, your investment becomes healthcare or you may incur heavy debt. Kung wala kang healthcare coverage, wala kang investment, the next best option is to borrow money, which we don't like. So hospitals cannot let you in without deposit, unfortunately. So a lot of sick people die not because of no medicine, but because of no money. When you go to a hospital, sa emergency room, kung kailangan kang i-admit, but even in the emergency, ang unang hihingin sa'yo is if you have a health card. No? Kung wala kang health card, it would be a deposit. Without that, yun yung gagamitin kasi na for the medications, yung mga unang panlunas. Without that, kung may health card ka, so yun yung coverage mo yung gagamitin nila. Kung wala, you need to give a deposit para yung mga gamot na ibibigay nila at the beginning, ay doon nila kukunin yung fund. So without that, paano ka i-accept ng hospital? So, why own a long-term healthcare? Ano bang importance ng long-term healthcare? So, you notice, no, may dalawang klase po yan. We also have a separate training about this that discuss what is short-term and long-term healthcare. Check nyo lang po dito sa ating virtual hub. I think that is Kaiser training. Although we will have more trainings about that, but the very first training about healthcare is yung Kaiser training natin. It's already uploaded. So, ulitin lang natin, bakit kailangan natin ng long-term healthcare? Unang-una, you cannot bring with you the healthcare benefits provided by your company when you retire or when you resign. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Ngayon, meron kang healthcare coverage from your company. Yun yung tinatawag natin short-term healthcare. Pero pag nag-retire ka at nag-resign ka from that company, wala din yung coverage. That's why as early as now, you need to start funding your long-term healthcare para pag wala na yung coverage ng company mo, meron ka pa rin healthcare coverage. Second, Healthcare companies cannot cover your pre-existing illnesses. This is true. Pero kung maaga tayo nag-start funding your long-term healthcare, by the time na kakailanganin mo na siya, covered na yung pre-existing illnesses. And then medical cost doubles every 5 to 7 years. That is still due to inflation. So by preparing your long-term healthcare, even in this healthcare fund, nabibit natin yung inflation. Hospital cannot let you in without deposit and cannot let you out without payment. Diba? And a lot of sick people die not because of no medicine, but because of no money. Meron namang gamot sana dun sa sakit, pero dahil walang pampagamot, so hindi nakapagpagamot, so ganun pa rin yung MD. So which situation would you choose? Kung in case na magkasakit tayo, no, saan ba natin pipiliin? Gusto ba natin sa executive, sa pay ward, or sa charity ward? Siyempre kung masama yung pakiramdam mo, gusto mo doon ka na sa komportable, di ba? But the next question is, can you afford? Now, with the short-term healthcare coverage from our company, we can afford that. But during old age, yun yung mas importanteng tanong. Kung kaya pa ba natin i-provide yung executive or even yung pay ward by the time na wala ng coverage ng company natin. So maybe you can afford it now, but how about in the future? So buy your long-term healthcare while you have healthcare benefit from your company while you are young and healthy. Healthy po yan. So that's a strategy. Habang bata ka pa, habang healthy ka pa, umpisahan mo na yung long-term healthcare mo para nang sa ganon, pagdating mo ng retirement, your healthcare fund is very, how you say it, malaki na. Diba? Kasi binigyan mo siya ng enough time to grow. So, as you all know, one of our benefit and one of our partner company is yung Kaiser International. So, with Kaiser International, yung healthcare products and services nila, we gain access to long-term healthcare products, short-term healthcare products, and even senior care. Senior care provide healthcare coverage for people at the age of 60 and above. Diba? So, yan. Okay, so explain ko lang si Kaiser Ultimate, but as you all know, ang ambassadress natin dito is no other than Miss Sharon Cuneta Pangilinan, and I'm very happy and I'm very proud na siya ang kasama natin dito sa pagtuturo about the importance of long-term healthcare. So, Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder, ito yung long-term healthcare product natin, no? It's a 7-year saving period. Mag-iipon ka lang ng 7 taon, let it grow up to your retirement. So, 7 years, let's say nagtatrabaho ka, for the next 7 years, mag-ipon ka lang, maghulog ka lang, and then let it grow. Hintayin mo lang during your retirement, so meron ka ng enough na healthcare fund. So, it's a 7-year saving period, 13 years maturity, total of 20 years saving product. O, diba? So, based on a personal experience din personally ni Sharon Cuneta, no? The importance of having a healthcare product. So that is, I believe that is the reason why she decided to be part of this campaign. Okay, so it has healthcare coverage, but it also have life insurance coverage, yung tinatawag nating term life insurance. So the term life insurance coverage of Kaiser is 20 years. So from the saving period to the extended period, covered yung life insurance coverage mo. So, just for sample purposes, gagamitin ko yung isa sa mga plan, which is Plan K100. Marami po yan, pero hindi natin mailagay lahat ngayon. So, para mas maintindihan lang natin yung how Kaiser Ultimate works, gagamitin ko po yung K100 plan as example. So, the contract price of K100 is 411,750. Yan po ang ating iipunin or ihulog for the next 7 years. So, to compute magkano yung term life insurance coverage, so the long-term care benefit plus the long-term care bonus. Long-term care benefit is yung pangalan ng plan, which is K100, so 100,000 yan. Long-term care bonus is 85% of the contract price. In the event na hindi natin magamit yung healthier coverage during the saving period, which is 7 years, which is most likely hindi naman talaga natin magagamit because especially kung nagtatrabaho ka pa nito, kailangan natin gawin is i-maximize natin what is free from our company. Diba? So, kung hindi natin magamit yun within 7 years, 85% of the contract price ay ibabalik po sa atin Kaiser. So, 85% of 411,750 ay 350,000. So you total that up, 450,000, that would be your term life insurance coverage for the next 20 years. Kung ang cause of death is accidental death, times 2. So that would be 900,000 term life insurance coverage for the next 20 years for K100 plan. Kung gusto po nating mas maintindihan yung Kaiser, we have meron na po tayong video tutorial about Kaiser Ultimate. Yan po ay nasa ating virtual hub na. You can also visit our YouTube channel. Nandun din po yan naka-upload. Okay, sa extended period, dito po mapasok yung investment because Kaiser Ultimate is long-term healthcare plus investment also with term life insurance. So dito tayo sa investment. So for K100 plan, meron tayong guaranteed on the 8th year after the saving period. Meron tayong guaranteed 10% na of the plan. So for K100 plan, that is 10% niyan is 10,000. So you have 10,000 allowance from the 8th year up to the 20th year na kung hindi po natin magagamit, ay kumikita ng 10% compounding every year. Compounding, anong ibig sabihin? So say for example, yung 10,000 mo on the 8th year, hindi mo siya nagalaw, so kikita siya ng 10%, so it becomes 11,000. Yung 11,000 na yun ay madadagdag po doon sa 10,000 on the 9th year. So ang basis na ng 10% mo on the 9th year, in the event na hindi mo siya magamit, ay hindi na po yung 10,000, but yung 10,000 on the 9th year plus yung 11,000 from the 8th year. So, ang basis na po ng 10% na earnings ay 21,000. So, on and so forth, kung hindi mo siya magagalaw up to the 20th year, so ang total niyan is 269,750. So, meron tayong yearly health bonus na tinatawag. Ito po ay nag-uumpisa from the the second year rather. Yung binayad natin ng first year saving period ay ini-invest po kay Kaiser earning a dividend. Ito po ay na-compute on average, kaya meron tayong pre-computed. So, ang accumulated health bonus for K100 plan, ito po ay nakadepende pa rin po sa takbo ng market mo. So, ang pre-computed is 446,419 plus yung long-term care benefit, yung pinakita ko po kanina, 100,000. Plus the long-term care bonus, yung 85% na ating contract price, which is 350,000. So, total maturity value on the 20th year is 1.1 million. Now, what can you do with this 1.1 million? You have 3 options. Pwede pong i-withdraw yung entire maturity value. Pwedeng i-withdraw only portion of the maturity value. And pwedeng i-keep or i-retain ang maturity value with Kaiser. If you retain the amount, 1.1 million, it will earn 10% per annum or 116,617. That's 10% of the 1.1 million. So, kung sinunod po natin, ito po kasi ay nag-start ng age 22. So, kung yun po yung age ninyo at kinip nyo lang po yung 1.1 million at the age of 42 during the maturity. So, at the age of 60, you have 6.4 million earning 10%. So, you have a passive income of 648,380. If you keep it for the next 5 years, at the age of 65, it becomes 10.4 million with 10% passive income per year, which is 1 million per year. So, money working for you. Okay? So, yan po si Kaiser. We just had a review. I know, nirun na namin to sa other videos. Ngayon, medyo tutukan natin, what is the difference ba ng short-term healthcare and long-term healthcare? Hindi po namin sinasabi, o hindi ko po sinasabi na mas maganda ang long-term healthcare sa short-term healthcare. Hindi ko rin po sinasabi na mas maganda ang short-term sa long-term healthcare. Pareho po siyang maganda. But we have to understand na ang short-term healthcare ay kailangan natin on a different time in our life. And long-term healthcare ay kakailanganin naman natin on a different time of our life, in our lifetime. So kung naiintindihan natin kung kailan natin siya kakailanganin at ma-provide natin siya sa sarili natin kung kailan natin siya kakailanganin. So pareho po tayong magbe-benefit sa kagandahan itong dalawang product na ito. So short-term healthcare, titignan po natin kung ano yung difference ng dalawa. So, ang short-term healthcare, renewal, hindi po guaranteed yan, di ba? Like in our company, you notice, iniba-iba po nila yung provider natin because, say for example, you have a short-term healthcare ngayon, bigla ka nagkasakit, so na-utilize mo siya. The following year, kapag nirenew mo siya, hindi po garantisado na ma-approve yung renewal natin. Why? Because the insurance company knows na may sakit ka na. Diba? So, that is one major. Ako po yung nagtrabaho sa admin, part of HR, kaya medyo may idea rin po about this. I work as an admin for roughly 3-4 years. Yun po talaga yung procedure. Kaya naghahanap kami every year ng another healthcare provider. Kasi kung merong naka-utilize nung healthcare coverage namin for this year, medyo tumataas po yung premium. Pero sa long-term healthcare, renewal is guaranteed. Once approved yan, like yung Kaiser natin, once approved yan, every year, continuous po siya nire-renew. Garantisado na po siya. So, one-time approval lang. Okay, short-term healthcare, no accumulation of unused health fund. So, ibig sabihin, kung hindi mo siya magamit ngayon, the following year, hindi natin siya pwedeng i-carry over. Sa long-term healthcare, gaya ng pinakita ko kanina, all unused health fund accumulates with interest. Gaya na lang halimbawa nung sa 8th year, di ba? Kapag di mo nagamit yung 10,000 plus the 10%, dadagdag siya on the 8th year. Short-term healthcare, no term insurance coverage. So, pure healthcare coverage lang siya. Yung long-term healthcare natin, meron siyang 4-way insurance coverage. So, that includes yung credit life, disability, diba? Dismemberment, covered po lahat yan. So, term life, waiver due to death, ADDP, and waiver due to disability. Accidental death and dismemberment benefit po yung ADD. Okay, short-term healthcare, no returns of premiums for non-utilization. Sa long-term, return of 85% of premium on the maturity date if no claim during the 7 years pay period. In-explain ko na po yan kanina. Kung di po nagamit ng 7 years, yung healthcare coverage, 85% po ng premium ay ibabalik sa atin. So, most healthcare companies covers only up to age 60. Some cover beyond age 60 but expensive. Medyo mahal na siya. Pero sa long-term healthcare natin, for as long as may funds, di ba nakita nyo kanina, 60 years old, hindi pa naubos yung funds, nandun pa. So, kumita pa actually, di ba, at the age of 65. So, yun yung ibig sabihin. So, you can buy healthcare only while you don't need it. So, short-term, for your present healthcare needs while they can cover you. So, habang, gaya ng sabi ko, no, provide yourself short-term healthcare habang kaya pang i-cover ng company, say for example. Pero use long-term for your future healthcare needs when they cannot cover you anymore, meaning beyond the age of 60. O, punta naman tayo sa life insurance. So, I hope you learn a lot about healthcare products. Kailan mo kakailanganin yung short-term, kailan mo kakailanganin yung long-term, kailan mo kailangan umpisahan yung pagpupondo sa healthcare funds mo, long-term healthcare funds mo. So, I hope that's very clear with that discussion. Ngayon naman, we will move forward to life insurance. So, many people lost money in buying wrong insurance. If you notice, tinuturuan na tayo ni IMG how to increase our cash flow. Pero bakit tayo tinuturuan the importance o paano mamili ng tamang life insurance? Because, kahit mataas yung cash flow natin, by simply buying wrong financial products, sinasayang din natin yung disiplina natin to increase our cash flow. Kasi nababaliwala din po yung pinapupuntahan ng cash flow natin. So, it's very important na naiintindihan natin po. So, they buy because they can say no to the agent. Na-experience mo na ba yan? Na na-offeran ka ng insurance coverage dahil kaibigan mo, diba? Or dahil ka mag-anak mo, hindi mo siya matanggihan, so hindi mo na masyadong pinag-aralan yung insurance coverage kung lapat ba sa'yo o hindi. Dahil hindi ka lang makatanggi, sige, kinuha mo na lang siya. Maraming ganyan. So, they buy insurance, they don't understand. That's very dangerous. Because, naglalabas ka ng pera sa bulsa mo, right? You want to make sure na yung pera nilalabas mo sa funds mo ay may kapupuntahan. So, many people know they have insurance. Many people know they have insurance, but they don't know how it works. Especially because Yung fine print sa ating policy ay medyo maliit, no? So, iba, tinatamad yan basahin. But one advantage of being an IMG member is because, una, naintindihan natin kung importance of reading that policy. Pangalawa, meron nagtuturo sa atin, tinatamad ka mang basahin yung policy mo. We have trainings like this, live and even in video, that will explain to you ano bang ibig sabihin ng policy na yun. So, they don't know if it is enough and they don't know how it was priced. But because of trainings like this, naiintindihan natin yan. Enough ba yung life insurance coverage na kukunin mo? Paano ba siya pinipresyohan? Tama ba yung pagbabayad natin? So you sacrifice a lot of things just to save some money. That's one decision of buying wrong insurance, you lose all that savings. Ayaw natin yun. Pinataas mo na lang din yung cash flow mo. Gusto natin siguraduhin na yung cash flow na yun ay merong kapupuntahan na tama. Okay, so steps to getting life insurance. There are proper steps pala in getting a life insurance. So the first step is know why you need life insurance. Alamin kung bakit kailangan natin ng life insurance coverage. Pangalawa, know how much insurance is enough. Alamin kung gaano kalaki ang enough na insurance para sa iyo. And number 3, know how to buy life insurance. Alamin natin kung paano ba ang tamang paraan para to get yourself life insurance. So, why do we need life insurance? Life insurance is all about risk. You buy and you die, they pay. Yun lang naman, ganun siya kasimple actually. So, buy insurance according to its purpose. Don't buy insurance just because you cannot say no to your agent. So you need insurance to protect against risk, something that has value to you, the things that are important to you, and to protect somebody you love. So in general, no, yan po ang dahilan natin why we provide ourselves life insurance because we want to protect something na may value sa atin, the things that are important sa atin, and yung mga tao na mahal natin sa buhay natin. So, tingnan natin itong next picture. Why is it when a car is owned, you buy the lowest insurance? Kung ganito ang itsura ng sasakyan mo, kukunan mo pa ba siya ng car insurance? Hindi na, di ba? So, pagbili mo ng sasakyan, maganda pa siya, nasa optimum condition pa siya, the highest insurance coverage, kukunin mo sa kanya, right? But habang tumatanda at tumatagal yung kotse, paliit ng paliit yung insurance coverage na kinukuha mo dun sa sasakyan. Bakit? Kasi nagdi-depreciate yung value niya. So, because you protect only something that has value to you, my question is, how much is your value to your family? So, dapat yun yung basis mo in getting your own life insurance coverage. Ganito ba ang itsura mo sa pamilya mo? I'm assuming hindi, di ba? So, para kang yung optimum car na binili mo na talagang very precious pa. So, dapat the biggest coverage you will provide to yourself. So, your car, your house, or your family. Most people are willing to fully protect their house or car, but give the lowest protection for their family. These are the questions. What are the odds a house catches fire? Diba? Kumbaga, how sure are we na yung bahay ay pwedeng masunog? May possibility. So, importante din that we protect our house. Pero there are also possibility na hindi at all. What's the odds a car meets an accident? Versus, what's the odds of a person to die? Diba? Ano yung mas mataas ang probability dito? So, owning an insurance is actually a privilege. There are some people na gusto nilang mag-provide ng life insurance sa sarili nila, pero hindi na pwede. No? Probably because of the age, maybe because of their line of work, maraming reason yan. Okay, so diba? Imagine this is you working very, 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 very hard to push your family from poverty towards luxury. So, sa'yo nakadepende yung pamilya mo. If that breadwinner dies, kung sa kanya nakadepende yung buong pamilya niya, yung family niya, without enough protection babalik sa poverty. That is a very sad story. So, ganito yung picture ng protection. Para siyang, if you're a driver, alam mo yung term na kalso. Diba? Kalso is a stopper. So kung while you're pushing your family from poverty to luxury, if something happens to the breadwinner while pushing your family towards wealth, a proper protection will actually stop your family from crashing down back to poverty. At least, mapoprovide yung basic needs. And if you're an IMG member, sinunod mo yung ating mission na no family left behind. Yan ang vision natin, di ba? We make sure na kung ano yung natututunan natin about our finances ay naiintindihan din ng pamilya natin. The protection na mapoprovide ng life insurance, kung alam ng pamilya mo paano palaguin yung perang mapoprovide sa kanila, that can even push them towards luxury. Or if the protection is actually very big, malaki yung may iwan sa pamilya mo, that protection can actually push your family to luxury. So, ganun siya. Step 1, know if you need life insurance. So, the odds of life before age 65. Diba? From age 25 up to the age 60, if you notice, mas mataas actually yung probability ng death and disability. So, habang tumatanda, bumababa na bumababa. So, how about the odds of life before age 100? What's the difference between insurance and lotto? Don't die useless, be a hero. Diba? Some people would rather spend their money buying lottery tickets na wala namang assurance na talagang they will get money or they will win from that. Pero kung pag-aaralan nila, the amount that they're spending for that lotto ticket should be enough para to provide themselves life insurance protection. Okay, so every breadwinner's dream is to build wealth for a family. So, but building wealth may take a while, 10, 20, 30 years, depende po no, sa cash flow natin and kung gaano tayo ka-diligent in building a solid financial foundation. So, depending on how disciplined you are in funding your passive income and how well you know how money works. What if something will happen to you before you reach your dream for your family? Say, for example, what will happen to your dreams for your family? What will fund your kids' education, food, healthcare, shelter, and other needs? Who will pay for your hospital bills and funeral expenses? And who will take care of your family when you are no longer around? So those are the questions na dapat as early as we can, we are already considering. Diba? So insurance is the best protection against loss of income. If something happens to you, all the money you wanted to save in the future for your family would be available to them instantly. So insurance ensures that income will continue even in case of death of a breadwinner. Insurance will instantly replace your income, although hindi ka na-replace, at least yung income mo, and help finance your kids' education, food, shelter, pay tax, debts, so on and so forth. So insurance is nothing but leverage money. For a small amount of money, you can rent a big amount of money. So what should come first, investment or insurance? Halimbawa, you have a 10,000 investment. So, in 10,000, kung hindi pa siya, kumbaga wala pa siyang 5 taon or 10 taon, halimbawa ngayon mo pa lang siya nilagay mo, 10,000 is still equivalent to 10,000. Insurance, if you buy yourself 10,000 worth of insurance, ang coverage niyan most likely, roughly, is around 6 million. Diba? So, insurance is smarter investment because it's instant money. So, insurance is investment, not expense as many people think. So, how do you want to protect your family? Big money or with car, watch, shoes? Kaya bang pag-aralin ng mamahaling relos yung anak natin? Or kaya bang pakainin ng gadgets yung pamilya natin? So, it's this, itong illustration na to, no, only shows na with investment, kung ngayon mo siya ilalagay, halimbawa wala ka pa insurance, no? Naglagay ka ng 10,000 na investment, hindi pa siya nag-grow. If something happens to you, namatay ka halimbawa, or the breadwinner ay namatay, kung 10,000 lang nilagay niya sa investment, 10,000 yung makuha ng pamilya niya. Whereas, if you put first the 10,000 into an insurance, namatay si breadwinner, ang value ng 10,000 na yun, 6 million will go to the family. So, yun yung ibig sabihin. So, life insurance, in case you can't be there to catch them, make sure you leave a safety net. Okay, balikan natin. Alright, so why buy insurance? Because we love someone. Diba? Para to sa mga tao, in the event na maiwan natin sila, kung sa atin pa sila umaasa financially, like your kids, diba? Kung 3 years old, 4 years old pa lang yan, what will happen to their education? Diba? So life insurance will provide for that education. Okay, so imagine, this is you. So, nakalagay, diba, dear. Lagay mo lang yung, sunod mo lang yung pangalan mo dyan. I am your life insurance policy. You and I have similar purpose in this world. O, pareho daw kayo ng purpose sa buhay ng pamilya natin. So, it is your job to provide food, clothing, shelter, schooling, medicine, and other things for your loved ones. You do this while I lie in your safe deposit box. I have faith in trusting you. Out of your earnings will come in cost of my upkeep. At times, I may appear insignificant to you, but someday, and who knows when, hindi natin alam kung kailan, you and I will change places. When you are laid to rest, I will come alive and do your job. I may provide food, clothing, shelter, schooling, medicine, and other things for your family will continue to need, just as you are doing right now. When your work and labor are done, mine will begin. Through me, your hands can carry on. Whenever you feel the price you're paying for your upkeep is burdensome, remember that I can do more for you and your family than you will ever do for me. If you do your part, I will do mine. Sincerely yours, your life insurance policy. Now, this is a very short, just a very short illustration of what will be the picture para makikita natin yung future. Because we will not appreciate kung anong kayang gawin ng life insurance in our life, not unless we do realizations like this. So this is a perfect way to illustrate ano ba talaga ang ginagawa or what is the important significance of a life insurance in our life. Lalo na kung breadwinner ka ng pamilya. Okay. Sabi, you don't need life insurance if. Dumating na ba sa'yo ang time na tinanong mo, kailangan ko ba ng life insurance? So, ito yung guidelines natin, no? Hindi mo daw kailangan ng life insurance kung unang-una wala kang responsibility. So, ang tanong ko sa'yo, may responsibility ka ba? If you have a responsibility, you need a coverage. Second, if your savings is higher than your responsibility, your savings and investment right now, mas mataas na ba siya sa responsibility mo? If yes, then you don't need life insurance. If no, then you need it definitely. And then number 3, you don't need life insurance if you will not die. Diba? Kung immortal ka, hindi natin kailangan ng life insurance coverage. So you cannot do anything to that person who doesn't care for his family. Wala po tayong magagawa dyan. He will never buy insurance for his family. Breadwinners who really care for their family, when they understand, they will buy it. Step 2, how much insurance is enough? So your income is 1 million per year. Say for example, that's your annual income. You have an insurance of 1 million plus your investment of 1 million. Okay, so meron ka daw 1 million coverage plus 1 million investment, and then you believe it is enough. The Lord take you back at the situation. So ang may iwan sa pamilya mo ay 2 milyon. How many years do you think your family can survive with 2 million na iiwan natin? Do you think 2 million is enough? Do you want to know how much insurance is enough for you? Dito tayo sa formula. So the size of your insurance depends on first, how much income your family needs every year to cover their expenses until such time they have fully adjusted to life without you. How much money is enough to ensure that life will continue in the ultimate untimely death of the breadwinner? How much is your family worth to you and how you see your worth to your family? And then lastly, do you want your worth higher living or dying? Okay, so how much insurance is enough? This is the general formula. Yung annual income mo, multiply that by 10. So say for example, your annual income is 500,000. Kunin mo yung multiply that by 10. So you get 5 million. So 5 million, kunin mo yung 10% niyan, your family will have a passive income of 500,000 per year. So re-replace yung income mo, right? How you will get yung annual income mo? Kunin mo yung monthly income mo times 12 because there are 12 months in a year. So yun yung annual income. Saan nakuha yung 10%? Sabi ko nga kanina, no, kailangan natin turuan yung pamilya natin, right? Kung paano i-handle yung pera na naiiwanan natin sa kanila just in case. So all they need to do is to invest that 5 million insurance coverage to something that will give them, to an investment vehicle like mutual funds, that will give them 10% earnings per year. So para passive yung 500,000 per year na income. Okay? So if you want an accurate financial need analysis to help you determine the right insurance coverage, use the HIDE method. Make sure your worth dying is higher than your worth living. Ano yung HIDE method na yun? Tingnan natin. So the HIDE method stands for this. H for healthcare. That is your healthcare protection needs. So say for example, that's 1 million. I stands for income replacement. Yun yung kinumpute natin kanina to replace your income. So, income replacement, let's say 3 million. Debt or loans, ayun po yung letter D. Kung meron tayo existing loan, dapat meron tayo enough na insurance coverage para mamatay man si breadwinner, hindi utang yung naiwan sa family. Pero, with the insurance coverage alone, can cover up paying in full yung may iwan po na utang. So, debt or loans that will be passed to your family. So, let's say that's 1 million. And then, education, estimated cost of college education, let's say 1 million per child. Para nang sa ganon, mamatay man si breadwinner, tuloy po ang pag-aaral ng kanyang anak. So that's, let's say for example, may dalawa siyang anak, no? So 2 million. So ang total niyan is the enough life insurance coverage for you using the HIDE method is 7 million. Kung meron ka ng existing na 3 million, so kailangan mo lang siyang dagdagan na insurance you need to add is 4 million. So, ganun lang siya kasimple i-compute. Diba? So, ganito siya. Sa education, yun dun sa HIDE, diba? H-I-D-E. So, dun sa education, for 1 million per child. At the beginning, kailangan mo ng 1 million coverage kasi zero savings ka pa. So, halimbawa, nakapag-save ka na or nakapag-invest ka na ng 700,000, so it will lower down to 300,000 yung kailangan mong coverage for one child. Kung meron ka ng coverage na, or meron ka ng savings or investment na 700,000, so kailangan mo na lang ng 300,000 ng coverage for that child. Until such time, ma-reach mo na yung 1 million, enough para pag-aralin siya, mawala ka man. So, zero insurance coverage na yung kailangan. Same goes for your income replacement. Kung income replacement ay 3 million, kung wala ka pang 3 million na investment or savings, you still need the 3 million coverage until such time, ma-reach mo na yung 3 million na investment mo, so zero insurance coverage na yung kailangan mo. Same with debt. Diba? 300,000 yung utang. So, until ma-reach mo na yung, or mabayaran mo na siya in full, so you no longer need insurance coverage for that 300,000 na loan. Diba? So, you can buy life insurance only while you don't need them. Ito naman ay very given na, no? Everyone knows na you can only buy or you can only provide yourself with life insurance habang hindi mo pa siya kailangan. Step 3, know how to buy life insurance. So, most insurance companies actively sell their limited pay whole life policies and endowment products. So, yan yung mga VUL. And they have different brands for each product variation, so it can be confusing for the untrained. Very confusing kasi ang dami-daming variety, iba-ibang klase, akala natin at least. So, hindi natin alam kung ano talaga yung kukunin natin. And some agents prefer to sell products that they are most familiar with but not necessarily match the need of their client. Diba? Kung agent ka, syempre ang ibibenta mo, yung naiintindihan mo. Pero, without proper financial education, or the proper way of doing it rather is, tingnan natin dapat ano yung pangangailangan ng client. Diba? Hindi kung ano lang yung naiintindihan natin na product. So, don't lose money in buying a wrong insurance product. Make sure you understand how insurance works and price because the cost of insurance is always charged to you. Know what insurance products suitably answer your financial needs. So, there are two main types of life insurance. Dalawa po yan. The first is term insurance and the second is term insurance with savings. Yan yung bundled o yung VUL na tinatawag. Term insurance, you pay the insurance component only. Kaya mura siya. Your savings is on your hand. So, yung difference ng amount ng term insurance and yung bundle, yung second type, is pwede mong i-save. Ikaw yung mismo manage. So, you manage your own money, ito yung tinatawag natin BTID or buy term insurance and invest the difference approach. Ulitin ko po, BTID. Buy term and invest the difference. Second type is term insurance with savings. So, you pay the insurance plus savings. Kaya medyo mas mahal siya. So, your savings is on the hand of the insurance company. Hindi ikaw ang nagmamanage ng investment mo. They manage your money in the forms of dividends, cash value, etc. So, the difference is how you pay for it. So, figure out how you want to pay for your insurance. How to buy life insurance. So, kung gas ang binibili natin per litro, di ba? Kung bigas ang binibili natin per kilo. Kung stocks ang binibili natin sa stock market, per share ang binibili natin. In insurance naman is per million. Okay? Very clear? So, there are 3 secrets in insurance which I will reveal to you today. Ano yung mga sikreto na yon? First secret, there is no free insurance. Wala pong libreng insurance. Whatever it is that you're buying na nakalagay ay free insurance, hindi po yung totoo. Kasama po sa binayaran ninyo yung insurance coverage. Number 2, cost of insurance or COI always goes up. Siyempre, tumatanda tayo, no? So, papataas po ang presyo niya. So, COI or cost of insurance is based on mortality rate table or GADS table. And then, secret number 3, all insurance is term insurance. Lahat po ay term insurance. Yung iba lang ay binabundled with an investment. So, as we all know, ang ambassador naman po natin with our partner company, one of our benefit of being an IMG member is our access to Manila Bankers Life. The product po that we are carrying is yung tinatawag natin Most 18 or Multiple Option Super Term 18. Ang ating po ambassador dyan is no other than Mr. Boy Abunda. Talagang nakaka-proud to become an IMG member, no? So, even famous people already believe in our financial concept. That's why they are supporting us 100%. So, kaya siya Most 18 because ito, explain ko sa inyo, no? So, Most 18, kaya siya 18, isa siya sa pinaka-cheapest, actually, most affordable term insurance. It's an 18-year term insurance with PDF. PDF po, basically, it's a term insurance with investment. Premium deposit fund na tinatawag. But yung investment nito is up to you. Hindi siya nakabundle. Nasa iyo if you just want the term insurance coverage, yung premium na gusto mong hulugan every year, but you also have the option na dagdagan siya ng investment. So, PDF offers a very competitive rate of return with zero negative and zero charges. PDF can be withdrawn anytime. Premium that will fall due may be deducted to PDF. Diba? So, yun naman yung advantage. Again, uulitin ko, no? Ang difference nito is, it is a term insurance, but you have the option kung gusto mo siyang dagdagan with an investment or not. Not like other insurance na bundled, you have no option. You have to pay the full amount. Here, you have the option. Gusto mo yung term insurance coverage lang, pwede. Okay? Basically, on the first year, meron lang tayong lalagay na 5,000 pesos as part of your PDF, which can actually help you in case in the event, ito yung nakalagay, diba? Premium that will fall due may be deducted from the PDF. So, halimbawa, when you start your Most 18 insurance, okay ka pa financially. Say for example, so naglagay ka ng 5,000 at least sa PDF mo. Medyo naka-experience ka ng financial struggle. Hindi mo mabayaran yung coverage mo for this year. Yun po ay pwede nilang i-deduct from the PDF. Okay, so insurance is nothing but leverage money. For a small amount of money, you rent big money. So if you have lots of money, hindi natin kailangan to rent money. Or if you own a house, you don't need to rent a house. So how do you want to rent money? Cheap or expensive? Kung may nag-renta ka ng bahay ngayon, tapos dagdagan nila ng, or multiply nila by 3 times yung binabayaran natin ni rent, magugustuhan mo ba yun? Ano ibig sabihin itong slide na to? It's like this. You want to be able to leave 5 million to your family in case something happens to you. But as of now, wala pa tayong 5 million. So, anong gagawin mo? With life insurance coverage, it's like renting 5 million pesos with how much? Let's say, for example, 6,000 pesos per year. So, you're paying 6,000, say, for example, for 5 million coverage. So, 6,000 ang binayaran mo, but something happens to you this year, ang makuha ng pamilya mo is 5 million. So, yun yung ibig niyang sabihin. So, disadvantages of term insurance. May disadvantages din siya. No? Una, if you spend the difference. Because sa BTID or buy term invest the difference, dyan po pumapasok ang importance ng discipline. Kasi halimbawa, nakatipid ka sa dahil kumuha ka ng term insurance, nakatipid ka, right? But, kaya lang yung itinipid mo na yun, hindi mo siya nilagay sa investment. Ginastos mo siya. So, naging disadvantage sa'yo yung pagbabayad ng term insurance. So, para maging advantage siya sa'yo, nakabili ka o nakakuha ka ng murang insurance, dapat yung difference or yung naitipid mo, ilagay natin sa investment. And then number 2, if you don't know where to invest. Pero if you're an IMG member, hindi ito problema. Definitely, you know where to put your money. Alam mo kung paano mag-invest. Alam mo kung saan kikita yung difference dun sa term insurance na kinuha mo. Diba? So, actually, itong dalawang to for an IMG member is not disadvantage at all because an IMG member like you know how to spend the difference properly. Alam natin na kailangan natin yung i-invest at alam natin kung saan i-invest. Okay, term protection and bundled protection or in comparison, not versus, in comparison to whole life or bundled protection. Ang term life insurance protection, yung unbundled, yung cash in your hands, so yung the difference in premium, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, yung kinamura mo or kinatipid mo ay nasa kamay mo. So, pwede mo siyang ma-manage properly or pwede mo ma-maximize yung earnings niya. So first year fund, you already have cash value or savings on the first year, which you can withdraw in case of emergency. Early maturity, cash value or savings may reach your goal earlier. But for whole life, cash in the hands of the insurance company. So sila yung nagmamanage ng investment mo. Matures at the age of 69, this is the only time client gets his savings back, not the protection side. So can you imagine kung sa age 99 ka pa magmamature ang iyong savings and investment. Magamit mo pa kaya siya? Okay, cash surrender value. You cannot touch your cash value or savings without affecting the protection side. You will lose your coverage if you touch the cash value or savings before maturity. Maturity, again, is at age 99. Okay. Sa term protection unbundled, no loan charge. You can withdraw your savings anytime without penalty, even in the first year without affecting the protection coverage. Sa whole life or sa term life also level coverage risk. Your cash value or savings is added to your protection coverage. Sa whole life or bundled protection, loan charge. Ganito siya. You pay interest charges for borrowing your own personal money. Diba? Naka-encounter na ba kayo nung kailangan mo siyang hulugan? So, meron kang contribution doon, no? Pero para magamit mo yung contribution mo, kailangan mo siyang i-loan. Kailangan mo siyang i-apply ng loan. And then, kailangan mo siyang bayaran monthly with an interest. So, parang mong ginigisa sa sarili mong mantika, di ba? Pera mo na yun, ikaw yung naghulog doon. Pero para magamit mo siya, kailangan mo siyang i-apply as utang. And then, kailangan mong bayaran with interest. So, ganun po siya. So, loan charge, you pay interest charges for borrowing your own personal money. Ayaw natin yan. Diba? Kasi pera mo na yun eh. Ba't mo siya kailangan utangin at ba't kailangan mo siya bayaran with interest? So, the power of choices. IMG benefits offer the power of choice to members by representing well-known providers and products that allow them to find a solution based on our financial needs. Diba? What IMG and trainings like this and access to financial products can do to you is actually the power of being able to make a good choice for your financial needs. Diba? But without enough knowledge about finances, hindi natin kayang gumawa ng tamang choices. Or minsan, wala tayong choice, but just to follow the crowd. But because of these trainings, because of the financial concept, because of the concept of solid financial foundation, you have a choice. Alam mo kung saan mo dadalhin yung pera mo, alam mo kung anong tamang insurance coverage para sa'yo, you know what is the right healthcare coverage for you, so peace of mind talaga siya, di ba? Okay, so sabi nga, no, without solid foundation, you'll have trouble creating anything of value. So if you really value yung wealth na binibuild mo for your family, if you really value yung kagustuhan mo to reach financial freedom, put a very strong foundation in doing it. Sundin lang natin kung yung steps na tinuturo sa atin para yung pundasyon ng wealth natin is very strong. Ano man mangyari, mag-face man tayo ng emergency, hindi siya basta-basta nagigiba. So that's the end of our training, building a strong financial foundation and the importance of proper protection. I hope you learned and you appreciated more yung financial concept ni IMG by learning, by attending this training and by watching this video. I highly encourage you na talagang patiently pag-aralan at sundin yung financial concept, because if you have a strong financial foundation, talagang hindi ka mangangamba whatever happens in terms of your finances. I'd like to remind everyone that the videos that we are uploading in this virtual hub are exclusive for IMG members. Please protect yung ating pong mga slides and ating mga materials. Share the concept to every people that you know, and then share to them whatever it is that you're learning. But again, kindly protect po yung ating virtual hub. Ito po exclusive lang for IMG members. And before we share to other people, make sure na ito po ay something that we are already applying to ourselves. So if you have questions and clarifications, kung meron po kayong mga tanong at may mga gusto pa yung mas matutunan or malaman about the trainings na atin pong kinonduct ngayon for this video, feel free to message the person who shared to you or who gave you the access to this virtual hub, or feel free to message us. We'll be happy to answer your questions and clarifications. Also, feel free to subscribe in our YouTube channel. We'll be uploading a lot of videos to give you advices about finances, budgeting, anything about financial life na apply na namin and feeling namin, or we know na makakatulong din po sa inyo. So that's our training for today. Just keep on attending the trainings in our virtual hub and see you in our next video. I hope you learned something.